Hello and welcome to the Fasting Focused Lifestyle Podcast. This is Vicky, as you can hopefully know by now. And I just want to let you know right out the gate, as you can see, this week's episode is a reminder in case you forgot or lost a little bit of that belief in yourself. I know you can do this, okay? I know you can do this. You got this. Welcome to the Fasting Focused Lifestyle Podcast, where each week I will be discussing all things fasting and how it can become the most valuable tool in your personal toolkit so that you can live a long, healthy, and meaningful life. I'm your host, Vicky Sharon, and thank you for joining me. All right, so like I said, I know you can do this. And today I was reflecting a lot on this topic and how not only me telling you that I know you can do this, you also need to get comfortable with hearing yourself say that to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror first off and just get just when it's like you in the mirror and you're like, hey girl or hey boy, what's up? Like, hey. Look at yourself and just say, oh, even if you're just that fake it till you make it, I know I can do this. I know I can do this. Say it. Even if it's a little bit weird, say it. Think it and feel it and just remind yourself one step at a time. And I'm telling you all this because the first real big tangible loss that I had with my body weight on this journey, I saw in my memories today, and I saw it, and you know how we see pictures sometimes, and it just it gets you right in the feels, and immediately you're back there in that moment, you're feeling what you're feeling, you're thinking what you're thinking, and for me, I could feel empathetically, because my mindset's there, I could feel very empathetically what mindset, thought process, behaviors, how everything was new and changing, but exciting and enticing at the same time, where I felt like I was only at just getting through the opening gates of welcome to Fasting Wonderland. Ha, ha, ha. We've just opened the gates for you, Vicky, and you've passed the first checkpoint of being able to keep up with a steady 16-8, and it was just da-da-da-da. And I remember the smile and truly how happy I felt. Side note, I will be sharing this photo so you all can know what I'm talking about. But this photo has me in the feels because I was that's my turning point. That there, of course, I would like to remember my anniversary of starting fasting, but my turning point was this moment, this photo, that feeling, that mindset, that reaction, that reading, that sensation, that feeling, that kind of rhymed, sorry. But to be so present-minded in that moment, to make those mental notes, even just in photo documentation form, and just being yeah, this is the method. I found my method, huh? And to have the mindset that this is going to be a growing, evolving process, that it's not going to stay same and static and boring routine all the time. Because as we know now, if you're fluent in fasting vernacular, that it does grow, that it does evolve, that it does change over time. Your thoughts, feelings, emotions, behaviors, size, many things in your body are going to change. And I don't think there's very many things that are going to be changing for the negative. So embracing that growth, change mindset that this is okay. Those slow, deliberate, progressive changes over time. Oh, it's truly really beautiful. So I just finished an episode. So if you're listening to this one, you may have already heard the previous episode where I talk about documenting. So if you have not listened to that, definitely want to check that out on the side note. So like I said initially in this episode, I'm telling you, I know you can do this. That photo was proof and reminder to me that I did it. I knew I could do it then, even with that minor starting to believe in myself. It was a little quiet voice, I think I believe in myself. I didn't have, future Vicky cheering me on, but I had to very often throughout this journey, think about what my future self is going to look like, how I'm not going to get so fixated on it has to be this way, or I'm going to look this size and be this. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the feelings, the experiences, the happiness, the pride, the sensations, all these beautiful parts of life that we're wanting to make for the better, that we're maybe struggling with in this moment that we're in our life, that future experiences may be so much more on a positive end. When staying on this fasting lifestyle consistently, goodness gracious, and really having that present mind awareness, appreciation, attitude of gratitude throughout this process, with the process itself and with yourself. I know you can do this because, yes, although we are creatures of habit, we like our little safe area. We like our little bubble of what's comfortable, what's familiar, what we like, right? But the definition of insanity, as many of us know, we can't expect a different outcome with the same process. We have to step a little bit further out of our comfort zone. And it doesn't require, as many think in conventional diet culture, that we have to take on every challenge, every new lifestyle diet modification that's out there. That is, as I've said before, so freaking overwhelming. Don't do that. Slow is okay. Slow is good. Slow will keep you there on the process, and it will also make it so that you have these changes be permanent and they'll stay. Okay. And your hormones along this journey, as I've said before, are going to be a key player in this, in allowing you to really be present to identify what maybe stressors you come to face with every single day. And just those reminders again to yourself, as I've said it to you, listen to me as many times as you need to when I tell you that I know that you can do this. You can absolutely do this. We also know that, yes, fasting, as it's becoming more commonly known, it definitely goes against cultural norms as far as conventional diet culture tactics and those practices. So I know when I first was starting out, I made it a conscious effort to not really tell very many people outside my very small close circle about my weight loss efforts and what I was doing to begin with. Because like I've mentioned, if you've heard any of my other previous stuff, I mentioned that I was initially looking into doing keto. And as I've said also many times in contrast to that, very few, if at all, consistent meals throughout this journey were ketogenic. Some may have been like dirty keto, but honestly, no, I don't agree with that obsessive food choice. And that's going to not sit well with a lot of people at first, like I had experienced a couple times. But I try not to pay them too much mind. And honestly, I've forgotten the severity and impact of most of it. So I've just kind of forgotten about it. But it does and can upset or get some people to take offense to your behaviors or new practices or things. But knowing that this lifestyle is so flexible and so interchangeable and customizable to truly fit into any kind of lifestyle that is wanting and needing a change with this integration of fasting into your life. And really, if you have the mindset that, okay, I know I can practice periods of not eating. Maybe your periods of not eating aren't going to look the same for, your neighbor down the street or your community member from across the other side of town, whatever. That's fine. Honestly, that's the beauty of fasting, that it's so personable, that it's so customizable, that your weight loss method switches, varies like a regular pattern, and then bits of irregularity, let it be, like the song, let it be whatever is going to work and provide the best long-term results for you. Because truly, this is what we all want. We want these results to come, obviously. Not too fast, because that takes away, the permanence of this. not too fast, but we also need to have that appreciation for every step that we take along the journey. So definitely, like I said, the slow progress is going to be much, much more permanent than a quick progress. And I'm sure y'all have heard the different sayings of, oh, Rome wasn't built in a day. And, you don't build a house with, overnight. You have to lay it like one brick at a time. We know this, but for some reason we have a hard time thinking about it for our own journey and for our own body and health. And again, this is a direct result of our awesome diet culture that we're just so filled with advertisements, marketing, tactics, verbiage, news, media, like just everywhere that is what it has to be. Quick, it has to be something outside of our body, putting in, putting on, taking, like it. Honestly, through this journey, it's been a realization that truly our bodies are very intelligent, very in tuned, and able to balance out imbalances. And if your imbalance is your body weight, what is the imbalance of excess body weight? Is that putting more stuff in and working yourself physically to the bone? I now, with the mindset that I'm in, like, it obviously makes sense. But even more so, it's just like, why expecting to shed an incredible amount of weight while physically overextending yourself and super restricting your dietary choices while eating all day, with being a previous, emotional eater like myself was. How can you expect to make weight loss changes and have them be permanent? And especially with minimal skin results. Like, that's stored body fat. And I went on a tangent about this before. Stored body fat on your person is energy that your body has put aside and said, we got to save that for later. She ate too much dinner on August 23rd, 1998, and Vicky went overboard, teenage Vicky went overboard and stored some in hips, stored some in thighs. And if we keep putting food in and not allowing what energy has been stored away to be used, you're adding more, and you're stretching, you're putting, we're not garbage bags, but when you overthrow a balloon, like overstretch like your garbage and it just gets filled to the max, or like when you overfill a water balloon, it just fills. I don't want anybody, not that we're going to pop like balloons, but I'm sure y'all have seen those my 600-pound episodes where, the skin, when it's stretched like to extremes, it can split. Like, when it gets to that point, I would hate for that to be the case for anybody that hears this. Like, that, it hurts my heart to even say that. Like, it feels like a little bit choked up, because I remember seeing family that had leg splitting and skin splitting due to diabetes and like weight issues and stuff. So I don't personally know that experience or know that physical sensation, but I see it and remember it just being so brushed off and like, oh yeah, it's just my weight. I got to get the weight off. But we have to think how our body wants to restore that balance. If we keep putting in from sun up to sundown, how can our body use the stored energy that's already there? It's already there. And your body wants to balance out. Your body wants to have that homeostatic balance. So if you have body fat there, rest assured you're not starving yourself. Don't listen to judgment from others. Know your method. Be confident in it. Tell yourself, get weird, look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, I got this. I know I got this. I may not feel like I got this today. I'm kind of like having an off day. It's okay to have those off days. We all have those off days. Own it, acknowledge it. Know that tomorrow's another day. This moment that you're in right now, this breath, now that's in the past. So have appreciation. Goosebumps. Getting the feels. Have appreciation for every single beautiful, imperfect, messy, hard, turbulent, victorious, awesome, celebratory, happy, excited moment in your life. Because this is your life. Savor these moments. You got to savor all these moments because, as I've said before too, if you ignore your health, it will go away. It will go away. It will. And I don't want that for anybody. All right. I'm giving you all a very, very big hug right now. I want to remind you also, if you need any supportive coaching with your fasting journey, I'm here, I care, and I want you to succeed. And I'll root you on all the way. I'm here as much as you need me to, or as little as you need me to. I truly believe in every single person that I connect with and every person that reaches out to me. It truly touches my heart and adds power to what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. So I thank each and every one of you so very much. If you need assistance with your journey, thefastingfocusedlifestyle.com. I'd love to help you out. Again, I truly, truly believe in you, even if you don't. All right, everybody, bye. Take care. The Fasting Focused Lifestyle Podcast. Copyright 2022. The information given within this podcast is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your doctor before starting any weight loss method. Thank you.